What is up, guys? JPR Tech here, and this is the Puerto Rican living in Japan, therefore the name JPR Tech. If you take a peek in my channel, you'll see that I have a bunch of DIYs, review videos, as well as cinematic videos using the gear that I love. I love photography, I love videography, and this channel puts them all together with a little sprinkle of tech. Now today's topic is all about prime lenses. So here we have Pergear 35mm f1.2, and on my other side I have, to my left, I got the TTartisan's 35mm f1.4. Very similar lenses, both in size, weight, and performance. And that's what I was gonna talk to you guys about. It's like, are these cheap third-party manufacturer lenses? We all know that the prime lenses for the manufacturers are the best lenses to go with. For the Sony a7S, I used to shoot with the 28mm f2, but I sold that to fund new gear that I have. Right now, that's the kit lens with the a7S. Behind me, I got the Fujifilm shooting with the 23mm f2 lens, and that is a sweet lens, but again, that is a little pricey compared to these third manufacturer prime lenses. Now, the only exception that I have found so far is the Canon 22mm f2 lens that is recording me right now, wide open at f2. Well, actually, all my lenses are wide open, but this 22mm was pretty cheap. I got a little over $100, and that is cheap considering that it is a pancake prime lens that performs really well. It's a very decent lens. And right now we're shooting with the Canon EOS M 10-bit raw goodness. And yeah, but that is not the topic of today's video. But today we're going to be talking about prime lenses. Are they really worth getting? Is it worth risking quality and just overall performance to save a few dollars? Well, actually, in some cases, hundreds of dollars. Or is it more worth your time to save money and just get a really decent manufacturer's prime lens? Well, the answer to that question depends on your budget. If you're someone that works, you do this as a job, you earn an income to support your gear, by all means, go for it. That is definitely the way to go. But if you're not, if you're like me, this is your hobby, this is just if you're just starting out as a freelancer, then definitely this is worth a consideration, because I have saved so much money going with third-party lenses and I haven't seen a big quality decrease. Like I said, I used to shoot with some good Sony prime lenses. I shot with the Sigma 50mm f1.4, Sony's 28mm f2. I shot with the Fujifilms. I got the 23mm f2, the 35mm f2, and I've tested the 1.4 lenses. And you know what? They all have very similar imperfections, and that is that the corners are a little bit softer, and the chromatic aberration, the color fringing is just there. And I gotta tell you honestly that it doesn't matter if they're for third party or the manufacturer's prime lenses, a lot of the lenses out here in the market suffer from the same imperfections. I mean, you gotta go way over the $1,500 prime lens to finally solve and be able to control the chromatic aberration and the corner softness, such as the Fujifilm's 18f1.4, the newly released, I believe it's the 33mm f1.4 lenses that Fujifilm came out. Now those are supposed to be considered their perfect lenses. Those are like the top notch quality, corner to corner sharpness, very well controlled color fringing and chromatic aberration. But again, you are paying quite a penny for that. Now, if you want to go down to the older models, then you're not going to get that much of a difference. So personally, it's just worth it exploring these third-party manufacturers. And actually, and to tell you the truth, these manufacturers are getting better and better every year. And it's just going to get better from now on, especially as we have Viltrox getting into the cinema line. We have other third-party manufacturers that are coming out with more autofocus lens. Again, Viltrox, they're the ones leading this whole market of autofocus third-party lenses. Of course, Sigma is the number one and Tamron, but Viltrox is sneaking in with a more budget-friendly alternative. And then this is just great for the consumers, for us, the ones that are broke. We're starting out, we're just freelancers, and just great for everything. So, you know, I'm done talking here. I'm just gonna show you a few of my images that I've shot with both the Pergear 35mm and the TTartisan f1.4, and it's just comes to show that it really doesn't matter the name, the branding. You could get amazing results with just taking basic photography principles in mind: lighting, colors, composition, you know, and of course respecting the triangle, which is the ISO, shutter, and aperture. You should be able to get great images regardless of the gear you use. So sit back and relax. I hope you guys enjoy some of the samples that I shot with, and let me know. I hope to hear your comments in the section down below. And if you found this video helpful, useful, smash that like button, share, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. So enjoy, guys. What a time to be alive that we're able to get so much quality, so many alternatives and options these days. We got a lot of third-party companies, and some people might be confused whether to get which one to get, the TTartisan, 7Artisans, and whatever other artisan is out there, Pergear. Well, I'm here to tell you that they're pretty much mainly all the same, with a little difference in design and perhaps sharpness, center sharpness, and corner performance here and there. But the overall gist is that they're all going to perform very similar. It's not a lot of difference. So you're not going to miss out by going cheaper with an $80 7Artisan's 35mm f1.8, I believe it is, over the Pergear 35mm f1.2. They're going to perform very similar. I specifically wanted to get the f1.2 to keep my ISO low, so I try to get the highest aperture with the lowest price I can. I know there is a 35mm 0.95, and that is just amazing. I used to own the 0.95 Viltrox 85mm for the Sony E-mount, but I got rid of it. I sold it. It was a great lens. I wasn't really gaining that much over shooting with my vintage lenses. I loved my Pentax 50mm f1.4. Bokeh was better on the Viltrox, but again, it's just I just didn't miss it as much. The lens is bulky, huge, so I just ended up selling it anyway. So that's just a personal choice. I went with an older vintage lens, but it doesn't mean that it's better than the Viltrox because the Viltrox was sharper at the center. Yeah, this is just a coin toss, and it depends on your circumstances, whatever suits you best, your budget. There's so many variables that affect which lens you should go with. But I'm here to ease your doubt. The third-party manufacturers, as long as you keep their limitations in check, you do keep that into consideration when you're shooting and do your best to work around the scene, you will squeeze great quality out of these lenses. And as you saw on the samples that I shot, you could see these perform really good. And I'm just excited that I was able to get such image quality for such a cheap price. The TTartisan, again, if you haven't heard on my review, I got this for less than $100. I believe it's like $40-$50. I got it used in a local Japanese camera store. And my Pergear, I actually got this one new and it was over $100. It was like $130, $120, including shipping. And performance-wise, they're very similar. The Pergear has a little bit more bokeh due to that f1.2, but again, characteristic as you saw in the samples, they're pretty much the same. Just this one mounts to my Fujifilm and this one to my Canon EOS M. So again, guys, if you guys are hesitating getting third-party lenses, just don't worry about it. You're not gonna lose a lot of quality. And I know some pros and semi-pro people might catch this video and be like, what, these third-party lenses are junk compared to $1,500, $2,000 prime lenses. Yeah, they look like toy lenses, but the images speak for themselves. So guys, if you agree with the thoughts on this video, I would appreciate very much your thumbs up, like, share, and also let me know what you guys think about third-party lenses, in particularly these Chinese branded just metal manual prime lenses. Personally, I like them and I recommend it to anyone on a budget. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to can get this last phrase. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys on my next video. Peace and happy shootings.